And so he talked his trash back on both episodes. And now that since he said he went so hard on Kendrick, that Kendrick Lamar fans have been giving death threats after his latest comments on the rapper. But he went pretty far, man. He basically said that he was going to take Kendrick's manhood, and that, you know, what makes it even worse is allegedly that may have happened to Kendrick when he was younger. So, you know, it's like, you know, that could be a scary thing for Kendrick, you know, given that he's a man of small stature. And, you know, Andrew Schulz said, "You don't got your bodyguards, you can't stop me."
Horrible. But if you want to know exactly what's going on, basically, we have the clips right here of Andrew Schulz giving his response to basically being the first song on Kendrick Lamar's new album, GNX, Whacked Out Murals. And also, you can also hear about basically the origin of this whole story. And then you gonna hear how Andrew Schulz is basically scared for his life. They saying he banned from California after making this.
Luckily, he lives in New York.
True.
See the exact line, okay? Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law. Now, technically speaking, if we're going off of grammatic English,
Okay.
he is saying, I can talk about black women.
You gotta understand about Ken. It's very important to him to protect black women. That's why he's never done a song with an abuser confirmed. He's never done a song with anybody that's suspected of abuse. He's never threatened to remove his music from Spotify because they removed R. Kelly's music, who for sure held captive underage black women.
Hold on.
This is all very important to Kendrick.
Wait, just let me understand what's going on here, because I think that you're using sarcasm as a comedic device.
It is a comedic device.
But you're so smart right now that I don't know if you're serious or making jokes. What is the black girlfriend effect?
Oh, you don't know about
Blow up the other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend, all of a sudden he's got buzz cut, like clean shape up. Blows up, bro.
Yeah, I like that.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed being around this black girl complaining about it. That's why they got to shave their hair.
Nah, bro. White guys with black girlfriends,
they grow a beard because there's more cushion when they get slapped.
I've been posting shit like telling me they're gonna take out my family on like pictures of my child, my daughter.
God.
You surprised by this? This is the nature of the game.
Yeah, social media.
Yeah, it's social media. It's like, but he says that line. He says that line. His parent, his friend, some of his fans. The majority of his fans don't do anything. The majority of his fans are just like, they like hip hop. They think he's a great musician. But the most extreme ones, on a picture of my 8-month baby, are going, "You better take security everywhere because I'm coming for your whole family." And this is like multiple.
Crazy.
So to me, that person, I don't blame Kendrick. We can't control what our fans do. But that person, I go, "You're talking about my kid, man. Like, I have to screenshot you, know who you are, and if I ever see you,
you can't play with it. Yeah, you can't play with it. No, I'm with you. 100%. That's why I don't feel no remorse.
I feel no remorse. Like, yo, you talked about someone's child,
you should have learned from Pusha T. Right. He did the same thing to Pusha T. You want to mention people's fiance.
So first, when this whole Kendrick Lamar album came out and he said, "Don't let no white comedian talk about no black women," everybody thought it was gonna be going at Gary Owens, because
Gary Owens tried to claim it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "They weren't talking about you, idiot."
Yeah, Gary Owens tried to claim it. Then next thing you know, once Gary Owens tried to claim it, I thought about it. I was like, maybe it is for Gary Owens, because I was like, he dates black. He was having a whole problem with his wife, and she's a black woman. He was like talking about her and everything, how she took away the kids from her and made the kids basically turn against him. But now, if you look at his page, he got his son back and everything, and I think it's slowly coming back. And he dates a new girl, and she's black. So I thought at first, the shoe fit, it was Gary Owens. But then after Andrew Schulz came out and showed this video with shits and giggles, and he told the Kendrick fans to go get him, I mean, now it's also making sense that maybe it's about Andrew Schulz. And I mean, magazine covers are doing this, like Vulture, Rap Genius is talking about pointing at Andrew Schulz. So I mean, I guess it is Andrew Schulz that Kendrick Lamar is talking about. But I mean, this whole thing is just.
What's funny is like, you know how you see all the comments where it's like anytime it's a Kendrick post, like, or talking about the beef, you just see like all kinds of people like just trashing Drake. And then it's like, and it's like you see people just like kind of jumping on the bandwagon there. And then you see an Andrew Schulz post about like him firing back at Kendrick. And then you look in the comments and it's like everyone like trashing Kendrick. And it's funny because it's like the Joker said in Batman, like, you know, they was it the Joker in Batman? No, is that it might have been in Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, the Green Goblin told him, I think, that they like you know, if you live long enough to be the hero, they turn you into the villain.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that like Spider-Man or Batman? But yeah, I almost feel like that happens. Like they build you up just to tear you down. Like now that Kendrick's been on top for a while, they want to tear him down.
I mean,
you know, and it's like, it's time to tear it down. We're all going to be on Team Schulz and be like, Kendrick was corny on this. And like, come on, man. Like, what are you talking about? How are you so sensitive? You're mad at a comedian telling jokes. Like you're being a sissy.
Yeah, I see a lot of people. I do see a lot of people coming at it at that angle because at first I took it as a joke. Like Charlamagne the guy said, it's like you're a comedian. Comedians tell jokes. You don't have to explain your joke. Your joke is your joke. But then at the same time, you know, I'm watching people like on the Joe Budden podcast, like Flip, and watching like Matt Barnes. I think you showed me about Matt Barnes, how they coming out saying like what Andrew Schulz said.
Trying to attack him is like deplorable.
Like it's basically deplorable.
What's funny is Matt Barnes tried to do that. He tried to talk his trash, and he was going off, and he did a whole post that he was like super proud about. And then I went and I was like, oh, I wonder if the comments are going to be on his side. And I scrolled down to his comments, and it was like, Matt Barnes, you are cringe. Matt Barnes, you still have time to take this down. Like, no one cares about your opinion, Matt. And then it was like him getting his butt whooped in his own comments.
That was crazy.
And then I went back later, and it was like him going back and forth with people.
Yeah.
But it was like everyone hating on Matt Barnes, and I'm like calling him like, you're saying that Andrew's doing it for clickbait. Here you are posting a clip talking about another man's situation for clicks. You're literally clickbait. And they called him out for doing what he was literally trying to call out.
I mean, yeah, I did see that. They were calling him out about that. But then, like, I kind of understand what Matt Barnes and them was saying, how Andrew Schulz said this type of stuff about the black women. And, you know, black women's like one of the most people that's being picked on the most, and everybody's going at him. So Andrew saying this is just disrespectful. He shouldn't be saying this, especially since you work around Charlamagne. He's a black person, so you should have some more respect about him. But, I mean, at the same time, when Andrew Schulz was like, well, rappers say this about...
Well, I mean, it is kind of tough. Like, sometimes, like, the message may be right, but the messenger is so wrong that it ruins it. And it's like...
Is that the problem? Because Andrew Schulz is the messenger and they don't like Andrew?
Well, no, I was going to say that's, like, the thing with Kendrick, because it's, like, it's one thing to call it a dude for, like, you know, like, crossing the line or whatever. And then when you look at it from his way...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Well, look at Kendrick Lamar's way. Well, I mean, if you look at it Andrew Schulz's way, I mean, he was just basically being funny, telling a joke. But I mean, like you said, he is taking it a little bit too far. Because I mean, it's funny how he like a regular black person be like, oh yeah, if Kendrick Lamar, I'm gonna F you up. I'm gonna do this to you when I see you. I'm gonna do that to you if I see you.
Sorry, I forgot what I was saying. So yeah, it's ironic for Kendrick being a rapper, calling out a comedian for a joke, crossing the line, when like most of rap's history is basically talking down on women.
I mean, I understand.
And, you know, most of the rappers, their ethnicity, you know, that's who they're talking trash about.
True, I understand that. And y'all say like, oh yeah, he does songs with Chris Brown. He did a song with Dr. Dre. He did the whole album with Kodak
yeah, so
Black.
like you're not really practicing what you're preaching.
And he's doing the whole thing
like
with South Park.
You're Mr. Activist, Mr. like, oh, you can't say this, like they've been trashed too much or this or that. But then here you are working with people and making music where yourself has trashed women. You know, maybe not recently, but some of his older stuff. But then he's working with people that have a history of either abuse or of being negative.
So, like, what are you? So basically, like, Andrew Schulz, like, what are you doing? Like, are you basically saying like, I can't do it because I'm not black? And so, I mean, I understand what he's saying. I understand where he's coming from. But I mean, I feel like he's a comedian. They gonna say what they gonna say. They always gonna say out of pocket things. There's all types of comedians in the world. I mean, you may not like the type of silent jokes. Like everybody don't like Bill Burr. Everybody don't like what's it called? Patrick O'Neal. What's his name? I think it's Patrick O'Neal. They don't like him, his comedy. So there's a lot of people comedy that they don't like. It's not their cup of tea. So
when a lot of people, someone was saying, I forget who it was, that they think it's a lot of people don't like Andrew Schulz, so they're using this as like a way to get at him. But if you look at it at the end of the day, like he didn't really do anything that bad.
True.
But it's whatever. I think you have the right to feel either way. But I think it is kind of ironic being a rapper, where most of the music is talking down on women.
And you want to protect women at the same time.
He allegedly has his own issues with women, and work with artists that have their own issues with treating women right. And then he wants to call out a comedian for telling a joke.
That's what Andrew Schulz
It's like he did it a hypothetical or like a joke, which isn't real. You actually have history of you possibly doing something real, or people you're working with doing something that's real that actually affected someone. So I can see like people were like, all right, shut up.
So do you think Andrew Schulz is banned from California? So if he steps foot in California, it's just a wrap?
I mean, I think he needs to know where not to go. Because California is looking so bad, man. Like, I honestly wouldn't want to go there at all. There's like nothing in California that I want to see.
The sun, the beach.
Nah, it's a bunch of goofies in California.
Oh, Lord.
Nobody likes
Now we're going to be banned from California.
I didn't want to go anyway. We're welcome in Texas and Florida.
In Korea.
And Japan.
Horrible. But
we know where we're loved.
But y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole situation. Is Andrew Schulz taking it too far? Where basically like he's saying, "I'm gonna make love to Kendrick."
Yeah, he went too far with that. He made it weird.
Because he
definitely made it weird.
But
it's like one thing to be like, "Oh, you're gonna tell me something? You can't tell me anything. I'm about to go at you right now." Like that's one thing to go back at him and to talk his trash. But just to be like, "You're a little guy. I'm gonna make you bend over and take it, and there ain't a thing you could do about it." It's like, dang, that's kind of crazy. But I guess he was just trying to be dominant. He's just trying to show him who's the big dog, who's really ready to woof.
Basically,
threatening to take a man's manhood that already has a history of his manhood getting taken. Like, I'm gonna inflict double trauma on you. You're gonna be traumatized twice in your life. Like that's crazy. That's wild. That is a little wild. I think that is a little much.
What you thought? What did you think he was gonna do? He was gonna threaten him with it. He gonna threaten to fight him? Like, oh yeah, when Kendrick Lamar, when I see you, I'm put these hands on you. Andrew Schulz don't talk like that.
No, I knew he was gonna have like a comedian bit to go at him. I had no problem with like the stuff that he was saying, like when he first was going back at him and like tearing him down. But then when he went into like, you know what, I'm done with this. You're getting manhandled. This is like wrestling, I'm putting you in every position, and I don't care. Little baby Kendrick. I know he doesn't even wear men's shoes. That Kendrick Lamar is such a small man in stature that he literally wears big kid shoes. That is kind of hilarious, but that I don't know, it's weird. You're getting into weird territory, my dog.
It is. But once again, y'all comment down below how y'all feel.
I think he just saw red, and it'd be like Andrew Schulz.
Oh Lord, he just wanted.
And he's like, "What's the biggest way to disrespect?" And often in that community, like getting your manhood taken, is like the ultimate form of disrespect.
Of course.
Like, you hear about what happens in Chicago. In Chicago, they literally beat you up, pull your pants down, spit on you, so that way they get a phone call home that a certain kit was administered. And it's not that actually happened, but it was just to disrespect you that much, and that whoever you have as your emergency contact got that call that you got your manhood taken. So it's like, this is what, like, people really do this.
Disrespectful.
Like they disrespect people like that much.
Some people take it too far.
Yeah,
that's way too far.
Like that's way too far. Like you hear about that, that's like people in jail that are like unfortunately going, pinned against each other, and the jail system's all corrupt.